everyone, it's a beautiful evening and we are back into our studios. I'm Shalini Devan with my co-hosts Varsha and Shikha on our channel Tete-a-Tete with Shalini Devan and Shikha. As promised that we will be having some dynamic personalities on our channel. To begin with, we have Dr. Parag Devan, who is an institution within himself. So welcome Dr. Devan to our channel.
Thank you for inviting me.
It's a pleasure to have you here. Just a little brief about Dr. Devan, that after he completed his post-grad at Clemson University, South Carolina, he did a brief work with NASA before he moved to India at SCL Mohali, Chandigarh. But that was not enough. He moved to Delhi, to IMA, that is All India Management Association, as Dean and the Director, and he took the institute from ashes to glory. That was really nice, and he was the pioneer to start distinct education in India across India. And plus, but then again, that hunger quest is always there, and so he wanted to move into the IT industry, and where he worked for some time to learn the IT skills. And then came the phenomenal university, that's UPES, University of Petroleum and Energy Studies. He was the academic brain behind it. He was the youngest VC at the age of 40. That was really nice, and congratulations for that. And nowadays he has his own consultancy firm, that's Paradigm Consultants, where they are working with universities, institutes, corporates and colleges to upscale the education, and with his futuristic vision, he is going to take them forward. So Dr. Devan, now from you, we would like to know a few things.
Sure.
Now the first question that I would like to ask you is, what is your thought of the day? What is that comes to your mind immediately?
Whenever I wake up, I feel what a great start it is, and what should one do, what should one accomplish today, and what are the new things to learn today. So those are the thoughts whenever I wake up every morning. Indeed, it is good to be alive and kicking.
Oh, that's nice. So what about, since you work with NASA, what is your advice to the aspirants who are actually planning to?
Well, first of all, anybody who wants to work for NASA must have a great abiding interest in space, sky, void, vacuum. That's very important, unless and until you love the deep spaces, it's not great to be in aeronautical sector. Secondly, of course, you have to study. You have to study hard. You have to study aeronautical sciences, material science, computing technologies, automotion, robotics. So host of technology and sciences go in making a great person to work for companies like NASA. So my advice is to be first have love for sky, and then work hard to fly.
Reach the skies. Yes. So how do you think AI has shaped our world today, and how do the youngsters pursue this as a career?
Well, AI is now permeated in every space of life, and basically artificial intelligence started as a way to mimic the human brain as to how machines can think like human beings. So that was the genesis of AI. Over the last 40-50 years, huge progress has been made, and today AI is almost present in every field. The latest example is, I was reading a few days back that Indian scientists and Israeli scientists have come together to create an AI-based test for COVID. So they're using AI technology to do breath analysis. So these are the kind of things that AI is going to do, and it's going to be all pervasive, and huge amount of careers are there going forward.
Okay. So I've heard a lot about the origin story of UPS. Would you like to share?
Yeah, UPS had a wonderful start. When I was with the AIMA, I encountered a person called Sanjay Kaul, who had recently come out of Shell, and he used to come and meet me at AIMS, and let's do something, some petroleum institute. He always used to call about, I thought, what a crazy guy and what he's talking about. So dialogue continued for 3-4 years, and by the time it became 2000, I tried my hand at .com companies, which ran for a while, it went bust. In 2000, then Sanjay again met me and said, now is the time, let's do it. I thought also, time to start a new innings. And then we met in a classical, Palo Alto, California way, in a place called Copper Chimney, a restaurant in Panchi, where we talked about, and the napkin on the table, we've created the first blueprint of the UPS. So that's the interesting story about the origin of UPS, and then after that you all know what it became.
That's really interesting.
So can you share a little vision of Paradigm that you have?
Yeah, then after 15 years of building UPS, the time was to move on and look into newer ways. So I got some interesting assignments to work in Mexico, Malaysia, Turkey, Cyprus too. From that the idea came. So the company was incorporated way back, 22 years back. It was largely dormant during the stage of UPS. But then we really built it up, and in the last 5 years we have connected with over 12 dozen institutions of higher learning, help with some with curriculum redesign, some how to manage the growth, how to manage the systems and processes. So it's been great. The whole vision of Paradigm is to help multiple institutions to actualize their potential and vision.
So today's students, they have a lot of career options.
Yes.
So, but then what happens is they choose a career option that they eventually come to regret later in life. So, what do you suggest to their parents or them to choose a career that they would be happy in and they would obviously love to do it?
Well, these days, there are very interesting ways. There are very interesting, and we were talking about AI a little while ago. So AI has also created kind of cognitive behavioral tests which we advise that students, prospective students, should take. It creates what kind of traits they have, what kind of thinking, whether their left brain works more or a right brain works more. So accordingly, they should take a career choice. But having said that, there are some new universities which have come up, which are experimenting with a very interesting facet, which is called entering into a university with an undeclared major, which means that you don't know what you want to be. First 2 years you do general studies, talk about philosophy, talk about medicine, talk about research, and then after 2 years have a collecting base, then you see your inclinations towards engineering, computing, medical, what have you. So those are new paradigms in the career options, and I think that in coming time these things will grow more and more.
Oh yes, that would be nice.
Interesting,
Yes.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting days in education for sure.
Yeah.
So recently with the new education policy, will India see a society moving towards career focused societies?
Interesting question, it kind of leads from the previous question. Of course, first of all, foremost, we are very happy that new education policy is finally seeing the light of the day, and hopefully it could lead to excessive licensing and regulatory mechanism that the sector was subjected to. So there will be much more openness in the sector, a lot more freedom and innovation for universities to do. With that, what will come is a concept of what is called bespoke degrees, that everybody can create their own kind of degrees by taking the flexible curriculum. And that will give us huge opportunities. So each individual will be able to tailor his or her degree depending on what he want to do, so that will broaden the horizon.
Post COVID-19, how are we ready, or how is our education system ready in this COVID-19 times?
Very, very interesting question, because when COVID came suddenly in March, all universities were struggling because it was a clampdown, lockdown, and a lot of universities were not ready for technology, and there were universities who had already online learning platforms, but huge numbers. So first April, May, June went into finishing the semester by somebody tried Zoom, somebody tried Microsoft Teams, somebody tried Google Hangouts. But now the technology is settling in, things are working. But having said that, technology, online education is only a part of it. Sooner or later, campuses will have to open. They will open in a staged manner. And what people are trying, that maybe once the COVID situation comes a little bit more less, there could be shift system, that day scholars come in the morning, post-scholars come in the afternoon, there is a social distancing, huge protocols are being set up in sanitizing campuses, health checks on the campus, there are automated systems to check your temperature, your heat maps, your oximeters are there to see whether oxygen saturations are okay. So those are protocols are being set, but it's still a long way to go, and we hope that by next summer, the campuses will be full of students as always.
So that was really nice to understand so much about education and the revolution that is coming into it.
Yes.
So what is the final advice or the final thought that you will put across on education and how the students should actually go forward and just, be at what they want to be? So what is your final take?
I think I've said enough. There will be huge amount of flexibility, huge amount of innovation, huge amount of choices that next generation will have, and huge ways of delivering that education, experiential learning, flexible learning. So times are great, and the generation that's going to go to school and colleges in coming years will have a very enjoyable time.
So that was really nice, and I think we were able to present to you a lot about education, and from Dr. Devan. So thank you, Dr. Devan, for
Thanks a lot.
sharing
I
such a
enjoyed
beautiful insight.
chatting
Yes.
with all of you, young ladies,
Yes, sir.
bright ladies. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, and thank you for being on our channel, because we are just started with our channel, but yes, we definitely want to take it forward with people like you who are so phenomenal and dynamic with their approach and so beautiful with their vision. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank you guys. Until we meet again, we will be having more guests on our channel, so just wait out and watch out.